Charidende Trading Center in Burra constituency, Tana River County, a bustling center, but one that is yet to realize its full potential. Meet Aidan Bishal Abdi, a young businessman who specializes in phone charging, printing and lamination of documents. Abdi is trying to make lemonade out of lemon as he uses the available energy sources, including solar panels and generators, to run his business. Conventional electricity is alien here.
Kukikuwa na stima, growth in town itakuwa the first thing. The second thing, it will lead to job creation to youth. Kwa sababu sasa kuna vijana wengi ambao hawana kazi. So kukikuwa na stima, kuna wengine ambao wamesomea hii kazi ya electricity na hawana kazi. So watakuwa wanapata kazi kutoka hapo.
For a center that is kilometers from Hola town, Charidende has never been connected to electricity. In an area that largely depends on pastoralism, it has been almost impossible for the residents to make ends meet. Women are forced to sit by the roadside along the Garissa-Hola road and sell milk all day long. Since they cannot refrigerate it, most of the milk ends up going bad. It is a desperate situation here.
Hii town unaona ikifika jioni watu wote wanaenda nyumbani. Wangefanya biashara mpaka saa 4 saa 5, lakini hakuna stima, ni giza. Sasa watu wanarudi tu mapema. Hata kama uko na maziwa, kama ni nini, kama unauza hoteli, kama unauza duka, lazima unarudi tu jioni. Yani ikifika tu saa 12 sharp unaenda nyumbani. Kwa ajili ni giza.
Take for example these tens of applicants who had a hard time having their documents processed for issuance of ID cards at Dukanoto Primary School. The residents choosing to use the school's premises for the exercise because it is one of the few public facilities connected to solar power.
Kwa muda mrefu, miaka karibu 20, tuko hapa tukiwagisa na tuko Kenya hii. Kwa hivyo kama tungepata stima tungekuwa na furaha sana, watu wangefurahia sana na wangeendelea.
Kama leo Mwenyezi Mungu amewaleta hapa, isiwe na mahojiano, iwe ni kitendo.
Health facilities like Bill Health Center, which undertakes about 7 deliveries in a month among other emergencies, is also in dire need of electricity.
Zingine hata tunapata wamama wanajifungua usiku na ile kitu labda inatumika ni sola na ilikuwa ni baridi, sola battery labda haifanyi kazi. Nakuta mama hata anaweza kosa kuzalishwa kwa sababu ya ukosefu wa mwangaza.
But all is not lost. The government, through the Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation, REREC, is launching the Electrification of Public Facilities Project, Epfp, which will see areas such as Charidende, which has never had electricity, now connected to the national grid.
This project is focusing very specifically on the lesser productive in terms of the economic model we've been using, because we believe that we must pull back to the arsal areas, the dry areas where the potential for growth lies for the future.
The project that we are currently doing will connect about 1,200 public facilities and about 35,000 households.
In 2018, the government launched the Kenya National Electrification Strategy, which is a roadmap for achieving universal access to electricity by the year 2022. As a corporation, we are here today to show commitment and purpose to achieving the same. We are here as a board to say that indeed we will work with you to ensure that the public facilities that are remaining, which are approximately 29%, will be electrified, and will give you that particular support.
This is a great country. It is your contribution, my contribution, that can only make this country a better place.
The Epfp project has been financed by the Government of Kenya and Arab development partners, including Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, OPEC Fund for International Development, Saudi Fund for Development, and Abu Dhabi Fund for Development.
In fact, just looking at the figures here, we are talking about 57 million US dollars. So it is a big project. It is across the country, and we have divided and organized the country around 5 lots.
Lot 1 will cover the counties of Siaya, Homa Bay, Migori, Busia, Bungoma, West Pokot, Kisii, Kisumu, and Nyamira. The second lot covers the counties of Nakuru, Nandi, West Pokot, Baringo, Trans Nzoia, and Elgeyo Marakwet. The third lot covers the counties of Kajiado, Narok, Kiambu, and Nyeri. The fourth lot covers the counties of Kitui, Nyandarua, Meru, Nyeri, Tharaka Nithi, Embu, Laikipia, Murang'a, Samburu, Machakos, Kiambu, and Isiolo. And the fifth lot covers the counties of Makueni, Kilifi, Kwale, Tana River, Taita Taveta, and Kitui.
The commercial contract was negotiated on behalf of REREC by the government of Kenya. Treasury signed off the commercial contract, and then we carried out the procurement for the contractors to implement the project.
It is a project that local leaders, including the political class, have welcomed with open arms.
There has been initial consultations with the populations. In fact, this project began 2 years, and there's been a lot of public participation across the country, precisely because this is for the benefit of the communities, and it is very, very important that ownership becomes a central part of implementing this project.
It is said to be a grueling exercise, with the contractors tasked with transporting materials in remote areas crossing water bodies such as River Tana, in a bid to ensure that the dream of connecting as many people as possible becomes a reality.
We are ready to give them electricity as soon as possible, as long as we overcome these small challenges like transportation.
It is a project that will see REREC construct 2,850 kilometers of electric lines, opening up some of the remotest parts of Kenya.
These long lines are able now to interconnect, and it becomes easier when we now come to do the last mile and maximization.
This is extremely critical to show that the national government cares about everybody in the country, whether you are in the up country, whether you are in the low country, the areas that are developed, and also the areas that are still developing.
The people of Tana River are supposed to be happy, as in electricity is coming to their homes. That is a big plus to them. They'll be able to charge phones, do some welding. That will create employment.
The Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation, which is the implementing agency, has assured that integrity will be observed while implementing the projects.
We started from the procuring of the contractors. We had to ensure that the people who are procured are people who have the capacity, people who have integrity, and people who are able to implement this project as it is planned. The next thing is we are quite keen in terms of the materials which are being used in terms of constructing the projects. We always carry out the factory acceptance tests for the materials that these guys are going to use. We have put in place a consultant who will work with us to ensure that the projects which are being implemented are of quality.
Though it is a project that residents have waited for with bated breath, REREC is challenging the end users to make maximum use of the electricity for economic empowerment.
There is a direct coefficient between electricity and economic development, whether it is in terms of small-scale productive activities at personal level, at family level, at community level, as well as at industrial level. So we are seeing a possibility of mushrooming, growth of small enterprises that begin to expand and grow our economy. We know that one of the biggest issues for us is employment, but if you provide energy, then you multiply the opportunities for that employment.
Stima tunajua ni biashara. Tuko tayari hiyo biashara kufanya.
And so, the quest to have every Kenyan connected to electricity continues unabated. The Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation, twazidi kuangaza.